Okay, guys, we're gonna learn how to write a function that generates an integer, and you can choose the length, right, from 1 to 17. And it's gonna be a lot more memory efficient, right? Because it's only running math.random twice, really. Okay, here's the function. You see on the right, if we refresh, it works perfectly. And notice the first digit is never 0. Okay, so let's write this again step by step. So let's do the function. I'll just call it random now. Takes in a length. So remember, our first digit must be 1 through 9, not including 0, because integers cannot start with 0. So const first will be equal to math.floor, math.random, and times 10. And we need to plus 1 at the end because we don't want the first digit to be 0. It has to be at least 1. And then const, you can do, I'll call this all digits strings will be equal to the first digit, which right now is type number, but we're going to take advantage of type coercion in JavaScript. So how are we going to get the rest of the digits? Well, let's do math.random. So let me paste this on the console on the right here. Math.random gives us a random decimal, right? This will be 16 digits long. So that's why our max is 17, since we're going to concatenate it with our first random digit. Okay. Now, we're just going to take all of these digits, cut out the 0 and the decimal, and this will be our random digit. But in order to cut it or slice it, we have to convert it to a string. Right? So first, plus math.random.toString. Remember, everything has a .toString method. Now it's a string we can slice from the index after the decimal, which is index 2. So right now, let's console.log all digits string. And then let me call random down here, and let me just put in 8. See, we never get a 0 for the first number. Yep. So then now, const our answer would just be what? All digit string. It's still a string, so we can slice starting from index 0 to however long we want, taking in the argument right here. And this is a string. You can convert it to a number by using the unary operator like this, or you can use the number constructor if you want it to be more readable. Okay, and then I'll go random 5. Yep, we get 5 numbers. Let me call this a few times. See, yep. And every time we refresh, we get exactly the amount of digits that we want. If I change this to 2 on top, we get 2. And it's never 0 as the first digit. And it also takes care of trailing zeros. There's never more than 1 0 at the end. Okay? And that's thanks to how math.random works. Okay, so let's write some guard clauses for our app, because remember, this function requires the argument to be greater than 0, but less than, was it 18? So I'll do something a little unconventional. I'll say if it's too big, check if length is greater than 17. So now you can do if logical not operator length. So if length is 0 or less, or it's too big, then we can throw new error, and let's have this error say must be 1 through 17, like this. Okay, so if we change our first function call to 0, we get an actual error. Cool, right?